Hey, I'm qualifying.
Yeah.
Since there's no way I can properly pronounce this track because I'm a dumbass, what fucking country is this in?
Indonesia,
Indonesia.
Mandalika.
Mandalika. Okay.
Oh, Stock and Sutter.
Alright, let's see who gets out of the pits.
I don't see one-handed.
Oh, I don't either.
Even online. He's not even online.
Welcome back, everyone, for round 15 with Southern E Racing League for our GP series here. Joined, of course, by 7-8 Hines. How you doing, sir?
Hello.
Hey.
I am doing swell.
The mic check worked. Awesome.
Hey.
I love the mic. Just be a little low. You're still on that new mic, right?
I am, sir.
Okay. Hey, in the chat, if anybody notices we need a little more volume here or there, let us know. A couple setup changes. Want to make sure it still sounds good.
Yep, trying some new things out. Trying to make sure we get y'all some good quality audio and commentary. We've heard some gripes about my mic not being very good.
More like I've griped about your mic being trash.
Well, that's it. That's the truth.
No, I mean, just listening to some of the previous races, I mean, I love what you have to say, but it's like, oh, hey, I'm saying like 3 words, then you say a full sentence. It's not like you're, gargling on RoboCop.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to fix that.
Yeah. Yeah, so sounds pretty good for me right now. I suppose we'll see what the stream looks and sounds like in a little bit here. Tag Swag, first one to leave the pits for Moto2 qualifying. This dude's fast. He might be about to get the boot out of Moto2 if he's too fast.
He may, and I think if when he first joined us, he had just stayed at that level, it'd have been all right. But I've been kind of keeping an eye on these guys throughout the week, and he has been practicing a lot more than some of the guys who are at the front of the ship. So we'll see. Every time I've seen him, he either gets taken out in all the preseason or pre-race practices that I've seen, or he is long gone. So we've got McCargo in tonight to wild card, just in case this guy breaks away. He's got somebody to fight with.
That is correct in chat. He did top the leaderboard for the Moto2 time trials today.
Yes, he did. Yeah, dude's quick, very quick. He's that's the thing though. He's quick in GP2, but when before we let these guys in, we kind of put them through the paces. We have them practice with our guys. We look at their qualifying times, and his qualifying when he first joined us was okay. It was up there in Moto 2, but he was about 1.5 to 2 seconds off the pace in GP, and I prefer, if possible, we were a little short in the Moto 2 class, that we fill it as best as possible. So I wanted to start him there first, and he took that, grabbed the reins, and ran with it, which is good. We like to see that level of competition. I don't know if it's good for him to stay in Moto 2 at this point, so we'll see how this race goes. And
yeah, I mean, he's clearly demonstrated some talent, right? I mean, dude's killing it. So we'll see. I mean, sometimes people just need a little bit of polishing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're coming out and they're setting good times. We've got 4 guys on the board already. We've got Sutter, Phobia, Fast Raj, and Whispers, all with laps set. The rest of these guys are still trying to work one in. Tag Swag would have had a good lap right out the gate, but it looks like he invalidated in the first sector.
He did, unfortunately. Cody in the chat again saying Sutter and Phobia had identical times today. I didn't see that, but heck, I believe it. I mean, these guys are trying. They're pushing hard. So hopefully we get these guys lined up next to each other for some good competition.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw some exact times last night as well in the practices that we ran. Which, going to be working on a video for you viewers soon. Did some fun little races, nothing fancy, but we did force a few helmet cam races, which was pretty interesting. And we did a race director lobby, so I stayed in helmet cam with them, but switched between the riders. So hopefully we can get one of those uploaded in the next week or so for you guys to get a peek at some of the fun stuff that we do during the week outside of the actual races.
Yeah, as I'm sure you guys see from things like our YouTube channel, we do a bit more than just the races. We play other games, things of that nature as well. What was that we were playing the other night? Lethal Company?
Lethal Company, yeah, it's a new game. It's like $10 on Steam. It is hilarious. Some of the content that's coming is going to be a lot of fun there as well.
Yeah, I've actually got like a lot coming up in YouTube Shorts on that, alternating some racing stuff with some stuff from them. So keeping it, a little bit of both. But while we are a racing league, we're also just kind of a general community, if you will. So if you haven't joined the Discord and you're sitting here watching, join. We're always doing stuff together as a group.
Yeah, some of these guys play PGA 2K during the week. We've got a group of Rocket League guys, obviously MotoGP. We've got Forza starting up, and we're trying to build here for some other games as well coming up, some more racing games as well, but we're not there quite yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. I mean, we'll support just about anything if our guys want to do it, And in this case, God, we only have five rounds after this, so we're just over a month out on this season being wrapped up for GP23.
Yeah, it's exciting, a little scary, trying to figure out what we're gonna do next, but we're here for it. So if you guys have any ideas, something you want to see, let us know, and we'll take note of it.
Looks like it's a 132.127 is Phobia and Stock's. Sutter and Phobia's time.
Yeah, and so right now our fastest lap is set by Sutter. It's a 132.432. To kind of put that in comparison for you guys, the lap record within SERL was set here by Oddball last year. He did a 133.705. So these guys right out the gate, the very first lap set was about a second, 1.3 seconds faster than the fast lap we had set by Oddball last year. And to kind of give an idea of where some of these guys were last season, championship contenders Phobia and One-Handed qualified back in P7 and P5 last year, respectively. So Phobia P7 and One-Handed in P5. So it's pretty cool to see the progression here, from the guys who have been around for a little while and kind of go in that mid-pack last year to now they're both fighting for the top step. Unfortunately, obviously One-Handed has been a little on the back foot with some of the, milestone issues that we've had. And
I'm not sure we'll have him here tonight either.
Yeah, he I did see a message saying that he was going to be here, but I don't know if something came up. I can say for a fact that something literally just came up with Richie, so unfortunately he will not be here tonight in GP.
Well, I almost wasn't here either, so there's that.
Yeah, we would have just canceled the event.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
It'd be tough. I've been there before where we had somebody else running a stream and I had to jump in on a moment's notice and try to make it happen. It was rough. Yeah, but I mean, I'm like, you know when you're like pre-sick, when you're like not sick, but you're like, something might be happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
going on.
Yeah. Well, it's either that or the no sleep I had last night. One of the two.
Yeah, maybe a mixture of the two together.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say, I've been not sick, but I've had the sniffles or so for about 4 weeks now, almost 5. So that's fun.
Yeah, no good there. Well, for me it was like 2 times over. It's like, oh hey, the almost sick thing and then almost getting shot. That's a fun story. Garrett will vouch for the fact that I live in a nice neighborhood. Like,
yeah, it's not bad.
Safe. It's a safe neighborhood. Gunshots 1 street over last night, 4 o'clock in the morning. So,
we like to keep it interesting in Texas, though. So,
yeah, apparently, I don't think that's any Texas things. I think that's some. I'll stop before I get the league in trouble.
Yeah, let's do that. We've got some red sectors here, both Sutter and Phobia, with a third red sector. Sutter goes a little deep there into the penultimate corner. So I doubt that he's going to... Oh, and then he just goes off track to get out of the way. And Phobia loses some time in the 4th.
McCargill finally threw down the time.
Yeah, the only person we have left is Stock Hazard.
Just for Stock Hazard.
Did get to talk to Stack Hazard a little bit earlier in the week. He is not a fan of this track. He doesn't gel with it very well. And he was saying that there's some issues with the fuel. Thanks, Milestone.
I'm surprised he even showed up to race tonight, honestly, with how he's feeling about this track.
Yeah, got to give him props, though. That's what you do. You don't just not show up because you don't like the track. You go out there, gain some skill, gain some knowledge, get prepped and ready for the next year as best as you can.
Well, not just that. I mean, he's got some points to win, right? No matter where he places, he's in the points somewhere.
These guys are funny. A bunch of people here have invalid laps, and I don't think they realize that the guy next to them does, and so they're just kind of
tootling around.
Jumping out of each other's way, yeah.
I'd rather it be that way.
Yeah, so best improving lap right now is Whispers. Currently 2.6 seconds off the front. Going into the 3rd sector here. Let's see where he comes out.
Well, it doesn't look like we've commentators cursed him yet.
No, nice smooth line through there. Good approach on the switchback. And he's going into the final corner. This is a really tricky corner. It is a long sweeper. You do have to be on the brakes, but you don't want to be too hard because it'll definitely push you wide.
Decreasing radius for sure.
With the game's physics and how to do it, you got to be very careful about your downshifting. Otherwise, it'll throw your ass end out. Could high side you to the moon, so... Unfortunately, he does not improve. Still locked in at that 2.6 seconds back.
Do you have time for some milestone hate in your life? Because I've got time for some.
Yeah, send it.
So, it keeps popping up on the right-hand side there, the chat that there's no way to get rid of, and it keeps having my gamer tag pop up. You want to know a fun fact about this? There's no microphone hooked up to that Xbox.
Yeah.
It's just...
So, mine's not connected either. The headset that is connected to that Xbox is turned off right now, and you'll see my name pop up in there too.
Dude, it's even worse than that. The only things that are connected to that Xbox is an HDMI cable and a power cable. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't
wirelessly the controller.
Yeah, wirelessly the control. I don't game on that Xbox. That Xbox is only for this league.
Yeah, we invest heavily into the league.
Yeah, we do actually. Also, wow, that was... Wow.
Yeah, Nightcrawl's got some latency issues tonight. I was looking at him earlier, he's doing a little teleportation.
I'm just still upset that this game is not available on PC.
Yeah, I'm upset the game is not cross play.
Yeah, it's that's what I mean. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Like, oh hey, look at the setup I have. It'll just run it all on one machine flawlessly. But no, let's buy another Xbox. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, if I could get rid of all my consoles, I would. I think everything should be cross-play, cross-platform. Um, One of our guys, Smokiest Titan, he plays hockey in real life, and I've grown to be a fan of it as of late, and so I've been playing quite a bit of it on PlayStation because that's where I got it for free. One of my friends, we share accounts, and excuse me, he. So I got the game for free, so I play with him. We can cross-play with Xbox and Smoke Tits on Xbox, but not PC.
Stupid.
And it's just like, come on, man. If I could get rid of my PlayStation and my Xbox and we just do everything for the PC,
Yeah.
man, that'd be nice.
It'd be so much nicer. Hey, here's a stupid question, Hines. The tech guy in this league is asking you, what Xbox do I have?
Who's asking that?
Well, me. So, because Cody in the chat saying that the One X is a built-in mic.
Oh, yeah. So Cody, it has nothing to do with his Xbox whatsoever. It is 100% this game. It's been an issue with Milestone MotoGP games for like 6 years.
Well, if that thing's got a built-in mic, it's worse than
Yeah,
Alexa.
Nick does have an Xbox One X, so he's on the top of the line. My thought on investing in the company is we're just going to buy the best that we can right out the gate. So it's a non-issue, not something we really need to worry about going forward. That's my goal.
Yeah, and it's our video rig at this point, so we need good output from it, clearly.
Everybody in except for Nightcrawl. He's coming around the final corner to set his lap. The only person who broke the rule is Stock Hazard, which, understandable.
What the hell, Stock?
Nope, understandable considering.
Nope, that's the one rule. He will be black flagged for his race now.
If you black flag him, you still have to give him points.
That's fine. I'll give him black points.
Oh, seeing a critique from D Veritech, we need to be better about switching cameras.
Yeah, sure do. We got talking, and I'm looking over my shoulder at this spy device in my office now. Anyway, Tag Swag on pole position like we didn't see that coming. Followed by Phobia, Sutter, McCargo, D Veritech Fast Raj, Nightcrawl Whispers, and Stock Hazard. All this non-qualifying for Stock Hazard. God. Where you at, Stock? I know you're in here. Justify yourself.
Yeah, I thought I had at least one valid laughing. I apologize, Nick. I know your rules. Oh man.
You can get a mulligan. It's okay. We won't banish you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be back with Stockstead. I think we're having Phobia join us this time. Mic check with Phobia. You there, buddy?
I'm here.
Howdy. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened last week in the sprint. Only Jesus. It be Black Jesus. He took pole. He won the sprint. He won the MotoGP race. Wow. Excellent race to Black Jesus. Man, I've been... everyone's been coming up to me saying, hey, stock segment was excellent. Like, a lot of fans. Everyone asked me, though, like, what is Black Jesus? Like, what is his Xbox name? And I'm just like, it be Black Jesus.
Yeah, I've had a few friends ask, is that really his name? Like, absolutely. Except, where I'm from, we don't really use Jesus. It's more of a Jesus. So in my eyes, he's a Jesus.
See, he just got Motegi last week. Excellent job. We were missing last week. We didn't have Hitstick or McCargo. But, man, those Aprilia boys, swag. They're still leading the Constructors' Championship. KTM second in the Constructors' Championship with Hot Dog having some tough finishes recently. Can we talk about some rumors, Phobia? Guys, or anybody, does anybody have any really good feelings about this track, or do you think you know who might win tonight?
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the GP class, or are we talking about the
We're
MotoGP
talking
class?
about GP. We're talking about GP bikes. We're about to do this qualifying and sprint, so we want to give the fans a little bit of something that we hear on the street, stock scuttlebutt. You know, do you think Jesus
So
is going to take it again?
I think Jesus definitely has what it takes to get that win. If I was gonna say and have to, put money down on somebody, I want to bet Jesus, but Smokey is looking really good. He's been looking really good. He's fast. He's aggressive. But I mean,
Yes,
I'm not sure if
P4 in the
he's even gonna be
standings
here
right
today.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is going to show up tonight? Sick and McCargo will be there tonight. Hopefully, Smoke Tit as well. Yeah, Smokey is Titan. P4 in the standings. We're looking to see him have a good race here at Indonesia.
Yeah, but other than that, I think Jesus definitely has what it takes, and of course, I think overall there's just going to be a bunch of good racing from all of them.
Yes, Ryan's a factor every single race, so you definitely got to watch out for him and Coco as well. Coco, I believe, P5 last race. We were missing Sharp last race, but Coco had a great race on the Yamaha. Can you speak about the track a little bit, Phobia? Have you noticed anything unique as far as the game goes in this track?
Um, yeah, I've noticed. What I've noticed is it's not as thirsty as some of these other tracks.
Not as thirsty, you say. You're talking
Yeah,
about the fuel, the petrol. What do you
yeah.
mean by that?
I think that's what I'll leave it as, and everyone will have to determine themselves. But I've
All
noticed
right,
it's not
bro.
as
Yeah, you got
thirsty
the
as some of
cards
these others.
close to your chest. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I've definitely noticed that fuel thing going, folks. You can pretty much run power mode 3, the highest for a lot of the race. Folks that have been doing some laps and doing a lot of practice, they know everything about those glitches. Something that I saw on this track was track limits can be a bit wonky. So in this race, you got to run around there 6 times. You got 6 laps. How many track limits, Warren, and where can you take one? Have you noticed anything with the track limits, Phobia?
Yeah, they're definitely there. They'll get you. They'll definitely sneak up on you really quick as well. But I think
Okay.
the benefit is, or the good thing is that long lap penalty. If you do get one, it's a very easy long lap penalty. Very easy
Right.
to maneuver through. You don't lose too much time, so you will lose a place, if you're in a tight fight. But it's an easy one to get through, so you can get right back into it.
Right. Well, we got these bikes. They look like they got their setups and they are going to be taking the track. So we're going to get back with your commentary team, Nick and Hines. Thanks, Phobia, for joining me on Stock Segment.
For sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hopping in and keeping some audio going for the viewers. Viewers, y'all let us know if y'all enjoy that kind of stuff. Just make sure that we keep y'all interested and kind of aware of what's going on with the league firsthand from some of the competitors. So again, thanks Phobia and Stock Hazard for coming in and doing that for us this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen. And we're going to start GP qualifying with that beautiful, beautiful blue bike. Don't you dare let me down, Sharp. Don't you dare let me down.
Ooh, I've got some good news just right out the gate. I got a message from Richie. While he's not going to be able to make it to the sprint, he is going to be here for the main race.
Ooh, starting from the back.
Starting him from the back, but at least he'll be here.
I'll take it.
Now, I think while that's going on, because he's not going to be here to compete in the sprint and qualifying, I'd like to introduce you guys to Richie. Richie is one of our newer riders in MotoGP, and he is on the gas. Welcome, Richie.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Pretty good, man. We're just getting started the MotoGP qualifying prior to the sprint race.
Nice.
Glad to have you, man. So you're new to the league. I just want to ask you a few quick questions before these guys start setting some laps. How did you hear about us?
Believe it or not, I was running some laps in a lobby with Coco, and he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, man, you look like you ride clean. Running some fast times. I think it was around Valencia whenever I first met him." And he's like, "Hey, man, come and join old SERL and see what we can put down some time over there, get you some track time, man."
Nice. Well, we're happy to have you. What's your feeling so far with the league? You've gotten a chance to meet some of the guys, get some practice with them, and we ran a race with us already. What's your feeling so far on everybody that you've gotten to meet?
Yeah, I mean it's a really good group of guys, and easily put on some of the cleanest racing on some of the MotoGP lobbies that I've seen thus far. I started in GP23. So kind of new to the GP League as well, but yeah, I mean usually on the public lobbies, you get a lot of people that just use other riders for breaks, and this league is very good about trying to keep it as clean as possible. That's the biggest thing,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're happy to have you here, man. I want to kind of go over some details. You guys can chime in if you like from MotoGP over the last couple of years. So, our qualifying record for GP was set by none other than Korasaurus himself on the Idemitsu Honda. He ran a 127.925. The front row for the qualifying was Cora, then Hades, and Mr. Hitstick. Now, Cora and Hades have both taken their leave from the MotoGP game, not necessarily from the league, but from playing the game as much. They have a few gripes with Milestone themselves. But we do still have Hitstick in here. He's currently got an invalidated lap, so we'll see what he can do here in a little bit. And then just to go over like a little recap from last week for you guys, Jesus, It Be Black Jesus, the Black Biaggi, Mamba himself.
He's got a lot of names.
He does. We tend to do that here. He led from the start of the race all the way to the finish with the main championship contender Ryan finishing in P2. Ryan's teammate Swaggin capitalized on a mistake from both Smokey and Coco to take the P3 place, making it a double podium for Factory Aprilia around Motegi. Now, Richie, you got to race last week at Motegi. How did that go for you? How did it feel? And do you have any gripes with Milestone or anything that happened last week?
Not really. There's obviously different lines and everything like that. Biaggi and Ryan and Swag and those guys are all super fast. So yeah, no real complaints. I just hate that old one-handed and Hitstick keep getting booted, and sometime old Muscargo Airlines.
Thanks, Milestone.
Argo Air.
Yeah, thanks, Milestone.
They catch the boot.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It happens quite a bit. We've tried some new things on our end to help alleviate some of those issues, if you will, but I think at this point the consensus is the issue is with Milestone. Just to kind of give you guys an idea, the viewers an idea of how we run things, Nick and I are in separate locations. We are both hardwired in, and we're using capture cards to record different views. Nick obviously does the broadcasting, and then I record the races separately for editing purposes later on down the road. There's no reason for anyone to not be able to get connected to our lobbies at this point. And really the only excuse I can come up with is it's a Milestone issue, because like one-handed, for example, I can't speak specifically for Hitstick, but one-handed is hardwired. He's got gigaspeed internet. He's got an Xbox Series X. And like I said, he's hardwired, and there should not be an issue. But for whatever reason, Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, you just cannot get connected to the actual race lobbies.
I think Milestone must be a one-handed hater. This is the only theory I have.
That's the only theory that makes sense.
Yep.
Those Italian bastards.
Racist.
How dare them. So we do have some time set. we've got Ryan on top with the 127.288. That is almost 7/10 exactly faster than Chorosaurus was last year on the GP22 game. Right behind him, we've got his teammate Swaggin, 3/10 back. Coco in the number 3 spot currently, 7/10, 0.73. His teammate Sharp directly behind him, 300s back. We've got Black Jesus, who is pulling a factory KTM move.
I just threw down that red sector.
Yeah, he's going to make me eat my words, isn't he?
God, I love when he does.
He's 8/10 back. He does have that red sector. His teammate is directly behind him. Somehow behind him, but they have the exact same time. If you look, the gap is 0.869 for both of them.
Because Jesus is the captain.
I will say this. I know it's going to change, but we literally have every team back to back to back to back to back. So you've got Aprilia 1-2, Yamaha 3-4, KTM 5-6, and Ducati 7-8.
You know, I'm not even mad about 3-4 for Yamaha. You guys keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah, we'll see. Coco had a lot to say about who the number 1 rider was at Yamaha, with Sharp failing to show the last couple weeks, albeit not on his own. He was having his own internet issues, was not even able to get logged into Milestone services to join the races. So Coco has said, I'm the captain now because you don't show up. Thanks, Medusa. And we'll see how this goes. Sharp chirped back pretty quick. He said, we'll see at the end of the race who's the number 1 rider again. So look for them
Yamaha riders. Hold on, I need to chastise these boys.
They're not going to pull any punches. I'm just saying, they're not going to pull any punches.
Coco came back. I was going to say both KTMs passed the Yamahas, and that was not acceptable.
Well, Sharp was definitely on an outlap. He's not gone through his first sector yet, so look for him to improve. It's a tight field already, though. 127.288, 5/10 faster than last year, and everybody is within a second of each other. McCargo being the outlier there, and he's only 0.003 off of being within a second of these guys. So it's going to be spicy this week. Definitely going to be a lot of fighting, and it's a very quick and somewhat technical track through like the S's for sure.
Well, everybody wanted to invalidate, evidently.
Yep, everybody but Sharp, who's gray first sector. Oh, there he goes. Thanks for following suit. Now we just need Ryan to do the same. I doubt he will, but he's not improving here unless he's right on the line. And that 127.2 is very quick, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it here. As he comes across the start-finish straight. And it does not improve. Yeah, a little bit of a lull right now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They're all on either invalidated laps or starting their laps. So I think the first person we'll see set a lap time or a sector time will be Swaggin.
You think?
Oh, no, it's Hot Dog. I was close. That's strange. I think everything just updated all at once for me because now they went from invalidated to the second sector's complete. So
thanks, Milestone.
Thanks, Milestone.
Pretty sure the same thing happened on my end.
Yeah. I thought McCargo was on a flyer too, but apparently not because he cut through the S's and did not invalidate, so he must be on an outlap.
He must have pitted.
I guess so. Swaggin had a red sector, lost it in the second. I don't think he's far off that though, so there's a possibility he improves here. Which I think even if he is able to take that top spot from Ryan will be happy because that puts Aprilia well out front from their leading team championship rivals of KTM. And then all they gotta do is not crash during the race.
Anyone but KTM.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, Biaggi pulled a miracle last night and did the three-peat. Took pole, took the sprint, and took the race.
The triple crown.
But that is not typical of him. And this is not an easy track. I'm going to say it right now. Biaggi crashes out in the sprint. He doesn't finish on the podium. And if he does, it's in 3rd place.
We're going to hold you to that.
Yeah. Are we betting, men? Are we putting money on this?
I will bet you a shiny nickel.
I'm going to bet you a SERL buck.
Oh, a SERL buck?
Yeah, get wrecked.
A lot of nickels.
Biaggi, 2nd red sector. See what he can do here. A little wide. Oh, he goes orange 3rd sector. Swagon's got 2 red. See where Biaggi ends up. He still has a chance. I know he went orange, but he's only 5/10 off the front. If he has a killer 4th sector, he could definitely move up here.
And he sure does.
Move to the number 2 spot.
Is that like fins fully raised or halfway raised? Asking for Nightcrawl.
I think they're just fins up. I don't know if it's fully raised, but
they're up.
They're up. Right?
They're up.
It's like Free Willy. It's like it's up, but it's kind of bent over a little bit.
Free Riri?
Free Riri.
That was John Panette. Great comedy special. I'm starving. Watch it. The Free Willy joke. Excellent.
Man, Swaggin was on a flyer there and just biffed it at the end.
I haven't heard the phrase biffed it in a long time. Okay, Nightcrawl says the fins are full erect.
They will be. It's good he added that on. And to his credit, Biaggi does have 2 red sectors now. 3. Coco's on an improving lap. Let's see if he can push Swaggin off the last step of the podium for qualifying. Oh, and he pushes Swaggin off, taking the number 2 spot, 2/10 back.
You see what Black Jesus just did?
Invalidated. Did he
said,
crash too?
No, he's like, no, dog. I don't want that fast lap time.
Coco did just crash. Swaggin's the first person out there right now. Is just clicked through the 3rd sector into the 4th as he goes wide. Does not invalidate. Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
There could be some latency there, so I'm gonna let it slide because he was very close to that line, but from my camera angle, he definitely went over.
Again, you think a video game would be good at math?
Nah, oh, he does not improve. Yeah, he definitely lost time in that sector, so makes our job easier. We don't have to punish him. Biaggi on another flyer, 1st red sector. And only he and Hot Dog can improve. Can Hot Dog push Swaggin out of the number 4 spot? Can Biaggi move up to the number 1 spot? I gotta be honest, that's gonna be a hard ask. Ryan is blazing at that 127.188. He moved it another 10.
He's cooking.
He is
Some
cooking.
might say
Biaggi.
smoking.
Biaggi's a little slower through that 3rd sector. He goes orange there.
Orange is still
Right.
good.
It is good. It's not the best.
You're not the best.
Well, that's why I'm not racing anymore.
Trash.
Then again, I was still the better number 2 KTM rider.
Hot dog.
And he moves into number 2, pushes Coco off the 2nd step.
Of 66 thou.
That's insane.
That is tight. That is tizite, as the kids
Hot
say.
Dog made some mistakes. He's the last man out. All he's got to do is get across the line. Oh, he's wheeling. No, he's crashing. And he's down. And his bike is tumbling across the start-finish line.
Well.
That
So,
was entertaining to watch, that's for sure.
we missed it on our end, so maybe it'll be a short. Congratulations to Rumham Ryan for running away with qualifying and taking pole position. Black Jesus.
I don't know that you can say running away with 6,600s back.
I don't know, man.
Stop.
He got up there and he just let it. There was never any bouncing back and forth. The dude went, hey, look, man, I set this time. It's number 1. Oh, and by the way, here's an even faster number 1 time.
That's fair. But at the end of the day, 66.066 off.
Hey, man. Let's see you make that difference up.
No, my job is to block him from getting ahead of people when I race.
On social media? Block it? Okay. I gotcha.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway, Black Jesus and Coco standing next to him on the front row. Swaggin', Hot Dog, Hitstick, Sharp, and McCargo behind them in that order. So we are going to wait for me to learn how to take a screenshot of this because I'm apparently unable to do so. There we go. Now we got it.
I will. How happy are you that you've got a Yami on the front
on the
steps?
front grid, dude? I knew they had it in them. They just needed some motivation. Team boss Nick needed to come in and say, "I'm gonna kick you off the side of your bike."
What do you think about the infighting between the two about who the #1 rider is with that performance?
Good. Competition breeds performance.
Sharp, he said do better, basically.
I said both y'all do better. Don't be trash.
Man, the only guy who didn't improve there really was McCargo.
Yeah. Not ideal for him.
1.103 off the front. And then Richie will be the fourth man. Perfect. All right, we got everything added in. Not going to be able to get it added into the slideshow, but that's okay.
You could do it. You're choosing not to.
No, I screwed my setup this week and forgot to pull things up, and the way that I know how to use a computer is not ideal. So
you're telling me.
Yeah.
God, do y'all want to have a moment of I don't want to live on this planet anymore? Try to walk Hines through something technical related.
That's rude. Okay.
Is it wrong?
All of our boys are ready. We could go early here.
Oh, it'll be for the first time this year.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Boop.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. It's nice to see a bunch of green 6. I was like, are we waiting for someone to get in still?
Guys are on their game tonight, which is good because I'm in a sleep deficit. Let's fix it, boys.
Oh yeah. All right, red lights are on. And we're away.
Oh,
Ryan
man.
and
Terrible
Biaggi
start for Swaggin'.
Coco didn't get a good start either. Hitstick moves up really well. He's up into the #4 spot. And McCargo got a great launch. He's up into 5th now, right behind Coco.
Yamahas. Guys, what did we talk about? God. Sharp, you are not #1 Yamaha. You are in last place, sir. You are #0 bike. Let the hate flow. I'm trying to fuel you with frustration.
Ryan's trying to run away from this. Biaggi's not letting him. And McCargo up into 3rd. He said, who needs to fucking qualify?
Yeah, Papa Mac was sandbagging.
Also, everyone's got a track limit warning except for McCargo and Ryan. I'm noticing something here between Biaggi and Ryan. Biaggi, it seems, is better on the brakes. He closes it a lot on Ryan. But Ryan is getting the better drive out of the corners.
Let's take a look at that. Let's do a little bit of a third-person look. I don't know. Looks like Black Jesus is trying to just steamroll him down the straight. Though Rumham's holding on strong.
They are side by side going in. A little bit of contact there.
Pushing him wide.
Biaggi gets pushed up. Is he going to be able to recoup and retaliate here? Ryan is able to use those inside curves. So is Biaggi. Not too bad.
Dropping it down 2/10, back to 3. There you are, right on each other. He's just close enough to make that move whenever he wants.
Cargo makes a little bit of a mistake, picks up a track limits warning. He is pulling a little bit away from hit stick, but Coco is closing in on hit stick pretty good here.
Yeah, it sure is. Let's go take a look with those folks. Little Yamaha airtime. And he didn't crash in the first corner. No commentator's curse. Good job, dude.
Biaggi's going to go for a dive here into the final corner. Takes the wider entry.
That was a really wide entry. Oh, he might get the drive down here. Does not. I expect that to be much stronger.
Final corner. He's got the final corner. He's got the drive. Oh, and as that's happening in the back.
Oh! There goes Black Jesus. Garrett, you called it.
I told you, man. Too much pressure.
I'm pretty sure you threw a stick in his spokes.
You know why Ryan doesn't have that issue?
Why is that?
Because he's stoned. There is a great fight going on right now. Oh my god. We've got Swaggin, Coco, Hitstick, Sharp, and Hot Dog all on top of each other. And with Biaggi going down, he's going to start closing this in. So we've got a 6-way race. Oh, 7-way race for third place because McCargo is right in front of Swaggin. Oh my god, these guys are so close. The only person who's not in a fight right now is Ryan. Literally the only person who's not in a fight is Ryan.
Lucky Ryan, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's a block Swaggin. Oh, Swaggin makes the move on McCargo going into the final corner. What a nice move. And although he's going to go a little wide, McCargo's going to clean it up there. Oh, contact between Swaggin and McCargo. Makes contact with Coco on the outside. Coco's going to get the drive on Mac. That little baby touch between Swaggin and McCargo threw Mac off of his line into Coco and really lost out the biggest on that. Oh! Wow. I don't know which guy that was, but one of the KTMs is dirty as hell. He just punted Hitstick to the fucking moon.
Did Hitstick deserve it?
I'm going to say no.
He's on a Ducati. He probably deserved it.
Oof.
Hot
That was
take.
Biaggi. That was Biaggi. He gave the spot back. He is back in last place. So, a dirty, dirty move, but he did the right thing, gave the spot back without making it come to us. So, I appreciate that about you, bud.
Is that what you appreciate about him?
Sure is. Man, the fights are everywhere. I don't know who to look at. We've got Coco and
Let's go for
Sharp
Coco.
on top of each other.
Swaggin with a crash.
Swaggin? No?
He did.
Oh, did Ryan crash too? Ryan was behind Swaggin for a moment
I
there.
must have missed that. There's a lot going on in this race. This is a good race, y'all.
Coco is right behind Ryan now. I think they both crashed. Hot Dog Discos. Not parties, he like disconnected people. And now we start to spread out. Final lap. Everybody's going for it. Are we going to get a fucking Yamaha 2-3 here? Are we going to get a Yamaha 1-2?
And only one KTM on the grid? God, it's a good day to be Nick.
It's a good day for Ryan, too, and Team Aprilia.
Nobody cares about Aprilia. They're like fragile Ducatis.
Oh.
Boom. Roasted.
He said, kiss my ass, Aprilia.
Eat some R1 dust. M1 in this case. But
Sharp is closing Coco down quickly. So we've got a fight for fourth between Swaggin and Mac. We've got a fight for second between Coco and Sharp. Sharp's got to make this clean as he does touch the rear tire of Coco.
if they both crash each other out, Team Boss is gonna lose it.
Yeah, fired. Send him to Aprilia.
Even worse, I'm gonna send him to Honda.
All right. Oh, shit. We have Ryan coming into the final corner. He's going to take the number 1 spot. He makes no mistakes. Sharp makes a little bit of a mistake there. Coco takes the number 2 spot. Swaggin takes 4. McCargo takes 5. Black Jesus is going to take 6, and Hitstick is going to take 7. I suspect, I could be wrong, but I suspect we will see some protests.
I guess we will see, but that is neither here nor there. Congratulations to Rumham Ryan for, I'll say it again, running away with the race just to piss you off.
It was his race to lose, and he almost lost it.
He did. He did.
Neither one of us were on that, but I am almost positive he either crashed or went super wide and had to slow down, because at one point Swaggin was ahead of him on the leaderboards.
Yeah, we will have to review some footage. But in second and third place, my Yamaha boys, I talked a lot of shit about y'all today, but you came back, you redeemed yourselves, you're allowed to continue racing in this league. Good job, Coco and Sharp. Swaggin, McCargo, Black Jesus, and Hitstick rounding out the rest of the race here. Had a couple drops, unfortunate, but thanks, Milestone, is really what I'm getting at there.
Yeah. I will say, you look at these lap times too. Fastest lap was Biaggi with an 8:23. You have 3 riders in the 127s, Ryan, Coco, and Biaggi. And the rest of the guys were in 28s, and nobody was more than a half a second back in the 28. So 128.0, 28.0, 28.0, and 28.4. Pretty impressive pace from everybody. It's unfortunate we saw some crashing there. I do wonder if Hot Dog got a little flustered and left on his own accord. He's been doing a lot of studying lately, and not to make excuses for him, but I know he did not get in a whole lot of practice this week.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's gonna make it work. So next we're coming back with our Moto2 race for the season. But while we work on getting that lobby built, it is back to the Stock Hazard halftime show.
Thanks, Nick. Stock segment. Once again, thank y'all for liking us. Like all our videos on YouTube. We got a Twitch. We got an Instagram. Thank y'all for liking the content. I believe Phobia is going to be joining. But wow, what a sprint race that was.
Yeah.
Rumham in the Aprilia, his partner Swaggin. I think P4 there, though. The Yamahas did really well. In the chat, who was Sharp? Chat in with who's the captain of the Yamaha.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Phobia.
Coco really nailed it on that one. It was a great job. He's always fighting for it. But it was pretty good to see 2 Yamahas fighting in the front.
Yeah, it's great to have Sharp back. Coco P2. Wow, that was excellent. So we're in the segment here after the sprint race. Invites are out for our Moto2, and we're going to be joining that shortly. Real quickly, Phobia, while I got you, what are 10 reasons why you don't like Nightcrawl?
How many letters are in Australia? Probably the better answer to that. No,
Yeah, real
Nightcrawl's
quickly, why he's not going to win.
He's competitive. He's great to race with. He always pushes. He always makes you push, which is what you want when you're riding other people. You want to get faster, and the best way to get faster is ride with faster people. Definitely a competitive guy to race with.
Exactly. We got 2 new folks. A lot of eyes. Tags second. Tag Swag finished second in Motegi. Sutter. He finished 7th last week, so everyone's watching him this week too.
Yes, both of them very quick. Great additions to the league, and they're hungry. They are definitely hungry, and they also help everyone else to get faster. So it's great to have them.
It's great to have them, and it's great to as well. Seeing a bunch of their fans in the chat. Appreciate that. Phobia, by any chance, do you remember who at Moto2 at Motegi last week?
Who? I'm sorry. Who? What?
Who won? Do you remember who was P1 last week at Motegi for Moto2?
I believe it was my Australian friend, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I was too far back in the pack to remember it.
The standings were Nightcrawl 1, Tag Swag 2, Fast Rudge 3.
Yeah, it was Nightcrawl who won.
It was. He did a great job. He earned it.
Yes, excellent race last week for Moto2. Hans, how are we looking for the Moto2 lobby? We got everything put together?
Well, I'm working on that right now. If anybody can ping D Veritech to the front of the line, please. D Veritech to the front of the line.
Yeah, I could try to work that also. I'm not sure where he went.
D Veritech's been known to dip right.
To be fair, he's not as bad as Swaggin.
To be fair.
To be fair.
That was a great sprint. That really was. I enjoyed watching that one.
Man, it was a fantastic race. It did not break up or spread out until the final lap.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys were going six guys fighting for the same fucking corner for 4 laps. It was very impressive.
Yeah, some of those angles, I'm looking at the pack of all the bikes, and I'm like, dang, that looks like a Moto2 race or a Moto3. They're all sticking together.
Yeah.
Not one line, they were all over. It was great. It was really great.
I'm really curious to see what happened with Rumham Ryan. He was out front. I don't know if anybody else caught it or was watching his stream independently. He was out front, and then out of nowhere, Swaggin was ahead of him, and then Swaggin crashed. I don't know if Swaggin ran him down and crashed into him, or if he made a mistake and Swaggin got ahead and then crashed.
That's a great question for Rumham, because I know he mentioned he's not home today. He's on the go. He's mobile.
That's right. He is playing from hotel internet.
Oh,
so
in my experience, it's not usually very good.
But from a stream standpoint, I didn't see a lot of,
No, it was still better than Nightcrawl's.
Yeah, definitely still better than our Australian friend.
That is facts right there. I think this is everybody. Let me just double check qualifications.
It is everybody. If you want to audit that real quick, and then we'll send these boys to the track.
Yes, sir. Tag Swag 1, Phobia 2, Sutter 3, Macargo 4, D Veritech 5, Fast Raj 6, Nightcrawl 7, Whispers 8, and Stock 9. Send it.
Appreciate it, Nick. We'll see what we got. We'll send.
Hey, great racing, boys. Good luck to you.
The best of luck. And if you crash, make it content worthy. That's all we ask.
Yeah, make sure you're being broadcasted for my commentators.
Like French space program.
Ooh, Jix Rage in the chat rooting for his buddy Nightcrawl. This is Rocket League. Okay.
You didn't know this is Rocket League?
Apparently, one of the things that works when these guys are racing each other is if you tell them they're doing a good job, they inevitably fail.
So if you tell them they're racing like it's Rocket League, they're going to do great?
Well, Jix Rage loves to tell Phobia he's doing a great job, which in prior seasons, Phobia would crash out because of that. Too much going to his head, you know?
Is that what we're calling it?
I think that's what we're calling it.
Waiting on Stock Hazard to load in. All of this for Stock Hazard. It looks like you made it.
All of this for Stock Hazard. At least no drops. Still no one-handed, though. Hella bummer tonight.
Yeah,
Don't
what a
know
shame.
where he is. Have not heard from him. Would love to know more.
A boot?
If you could chime in at any given point, Al, let us know you're okay. And somebody just got dropped. Was that Phobia? Oh, no. Fucking Jix Rage. Did you just jinx the motherfucker? Out.
Instead of the commentator's curse, it's the comment curse?
Yeah, the comic curse. Is he taking on? Oh God, I can't remember his name. He was a fan turned racer in Moto 3. Bigfoot.
Yep.
The Bigfoot curse.
Yeah.
Chicks Ray just now
where is
laughing.
Bigfoot?
What an evil bastard.
Bigfoot, where are you at? Get your ass back here. He is elusive. It was right in his gamer tag.
Are we rebuilding this lobby? That is my question.
No.
Ooh, phobia. You heard it first from Nick. He said, get fucked.
No, I said no.
That's not what I heard.
Really?
Chicks Rage says, get phobia back.
I would love to get phobia back. Honest to God, really would. It's not part of the rule set.
Nick makes up the rules as he goes, people.
I've been quite consistent with this. And anything otherwise has been with immense peer pressure.
That's fair.
Also,
You know,
I just not like caught my head nodding as I'm falling asleep in this chair, so we gotta.
Yeah, Nick had a long night last night up until 4 or 5 a.m. So, and then what? How many hours you work today? Like 14, 15?
Like 12.
12. Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have to get her back on her sleep schedule, otherwise she gets angry.
I do. Garrett's seen me cranky a couple times. It's not pleasant.
I have seen it. It's not good at all. Well, Phobia, I'm sorry, bud. If you want to, you're welcome to hop back into commentary and chat with us.
It is nothing personal, sir. It is, look, if we did it to Albert, we'll do it to anybody. That's the rules, right? What do we do, 3 weeks where he missed?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
That's a shame.
Yeah, this is going to close the points gap between him and Nightcrawl. But it happens. Sometimes people don't show up. Sometimes they get disconnected.
Yep.
Phobia, happy to have you in. Sorry about what happened. That definitely sucks.
Yeah, I know the rule.
Thanks for joining us in the booth, though. I appreciate you being a good sport about it.
Yeah, it's only slowly eating me up inside, but it's okay.
It's
We're
okay.
happy.
Look, if you want to cry, do it on stream. We might be able to monetize it.
Yeah.
That's the whole goal, monetization.
But this is definitely going to be a good race to watch because I was looking, not only was I looking forward to being in it, but I was definitely looking forward to going back and watching the stream because there was a lot of competition going on during this practices we've had in the past few days.
There's a lot of bike stuttering and awkwardness from everybody on the track right now.
Yeah, typical of Nightcrawl. He's got the worst bike out there. He doesn't have his race number or helmet on, and he's kind of teleporting around a little bit. A little stutter stepping into these corners.
Even McCargo has been, though.
Yeah, well, that's California for you, California.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, close gaps. Nobody more than about 2 seconds apart from each other. Unfortunately, that's Stock Hazard and Veritek at the back. They're going wide into that 90-degree right.
Seeing Sutter out front. We did a practice earlier where Sutter was actually out front, and then most that have watched Tag Swag have seen he's been our top pace guy. Like he's been the one in the front. Sutter did a practice with us earlier, got out front, and he actually stayed out front whole race.
Yeah, I think
see what happens.
Just from the little bit I've gotten to spin with you guys in midweek races and whatnot, the biggest thing I've noticed from Tag Swag is he's got the pace. He does not have the consistency of staying on the bike.
Right. I think, and I'm sure he'll take this as good constructive criticism. I think being in traffic and actually racing with groups on here on GP is definitely a different thing versus time attack where you're by yourself.
Absolutely.
And I think he's noticing that.
Spatial awareness is huge, especially in this game where latency and whatnot can be a pretty big issue.
That is
Don't
one
get
thing
me
you've
wrong.
just about mastered.
Get some clear air in front of him, and he will take off. Absolutely, Tag Swag.
Well, he's got pseudo clean air in front of him. He's got about a second gap to Sutter, which should be a good little run for him. But
Yeah, I
Sutter's
expect him to
expanding
be
that
able
gap.
to. I expect him to settle in here in the next lap or so and bring that gap down. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the pass done, But I do expect that gap to close down between Tag and Sutter just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he will definitely close it down. He's mentioned himself. It's definitely a difficult track for him to pass on. Who knows? Sutter has definitely made some mistakes himself during these practices.
Seems like everybody's struggling with this track. What
Yeah,
is
I mean,
it?
It's a very one-line track. Obviously, it's got some width to it, which is nice. But there is one optimal line through these corners. So if you're gonna like hang with somebody, you have to be essentially behind them, and then hope they make a mistake coming out of a corner or going into a corner.
That is difficult. That is really
difficult. And as long as you stay up, we were just talking about this. If you stay up on somebody, they're going to make that mistake. So that's where you get your passes in.
Oh, Fast Raj making a lunge there on.
And there goes Sutter. Sutter is down.
Tag Swag up into first.
All we need now is Mac to. I know points do not count for Mac. Is that correct?
Sorry, coughing up a lung. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so as long as he takes out the yellow bike, that's cool. That's what everyone wants.
No, that's what y'all want. I'm a Nightcrawl fan just because you guys aren't.
Nobody.
Oh, I'm a Yamaha fan. I'm definitely a Yamaha fan. Just the points thing, you know. I can't defend my points right now.
You know, I will say, from racing with Nightcrawl last year, even with the latency issues, his racecraft seems to have cleaned up quite a bit from when he first joined the league. I think that's one of the biggest things that we have going for us, is that we stress the clean racing as much as we do, that these guys are happy to stick around through seasons without prizes and stuff like that because they know they're going to get clean, fair racing.
That's all we're here for. That and our own self-gratification, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you guys know how it is. Anytime you join a public lobby, you just get a bunch of bouncing around, and nobody enjoys that.
We'll be uploading some clips in the next couple weeks of a wonderful Forza deal we did with a couple of the guys. I have to do a lot of bleeping. I was pretty mad.
It was fun.
If it's the one I'm thinking it is, it was definitely a lot of what is the word? How do you say it? Expletive, whatever. Words.
Yeah. Colorful language.
Only colorful in the U.S. though. Australians love that shit.
Oh, I didn't even use any. I might have used their favorite word actually. I was pretty fired up.
It's my favorite word too. I might secretly be Australian.
So I see we're at about a second and a half between first and second, and about the same between second and third.
Yeah, we've spread out a little bit on this fourth lap.
Oh, Louis wide. Louis wide.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. Somebody help me create a cheerleader cheer for Nightcrawl.
It emits.
Yeah, it emits who?
Yeah.
Well, go, mate. Let's go, mate. You let him go.
Yeah, this is this is getting a little boring.
A little bit.
It's
That's
unfortunate. All right. I think Phobia would have made this race a lot more entertaining.
Absolutely.
Oh, Max says I'm gonna make it entertaining right now, bitch.
He sure did.
Whoa! Yeah. Okay.
There he goes.
The bike is still crashed. Still.
Oh, it is.
All right.
Wow.
Sent to the netherworld.
That was a long crash.
Oh, and he left.
I think he discode. I think McCargo Daycare got an emergency phone call.
Probably.
Man, so we're gonna give Tag Swag a double long lap penalty, right?
I would much rather see that for the yellow bike.
I would. I will say, there were a lot of jokes yesterday during the midweek practice races that I was a part of, and he was like, "Yeah, give me all the penalties you want. I'll just outride them." And He was right last night, but if you give him 2 long lap penalties right now, it's still not going to be enough, it doesn't look like.
I'm just going to wait for the next race that this guy named 78 Hines is in, and I'm going to give him 2 long laps.
That's fine. I deserve it.
We're
You know,
well
and
aware.
I've seen Tag Swag knock out those long laps. He's been practicing those as well.
Oh, Nightcrawler made another mistake.
He sure did. He's dropping back.
Oh, no.
Cuts off the nose of Sutter.
Sutter.
Yar.
Oh, Fast Raj doing
Oh
the
my
Lord's
god,
work
okay,
here.
we cannot use that view. Jesus.
No. His internet's shit, dude.
And you
I
know,
mean,
Fast
it's not
Raj
really
didn't get any. He didn't get any practice on this track either, and he's doing really well.
Yeah,
So
nice,
his first practice was today for Fast Raj.
nice, smooth. He is a business owner. He does own his own motorcycle track. They do track days and whatnot out where he lives. So he is definitely a busy fella.
Who's that?
We're looking at the last lap here.
Fast
Fuel.
Raj.
Let's
Oh.
see how Fuel goes here.
Yeah, I think his track's out in Arizona or something like that.
I have
think it
no
is,
idea.
yes.
How
Yep,
did I not
it's,
know that?
I believe it's called Arroyo Seca Raceway.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yep.
Nightcrawl is going to make a push here. He's going to make a lunge.
Let's see.
I think he knows all
See
the
if Rod
points are on
holds
the
it.
line.
Yeah, he's definitely wanting to gain some back here. Let's go, Sutter.
Sutter.
Get up there. Can Sutter get up there? Sutter's definitely
got a
wanted to make a
shot.
lunge. Oh, just
Mm,
what?
doesn't look
Problem
like it.
is he's not going to get the drive out.
Nope, certainly not.
Fast Raj takes 2, Nightcrawl takes 3, Sutter takes 4.
Great job to the top 3. Way to go on that podium.
Eve Aerotech comes across the line in 5th. Whispers takes 6th. Unfortunately, I do not think Stock Hazard is going to get across the line in time, but damn, does his helmet and race number look good.
All this time left over for Stock Hazard.
Wow.
Get it? Haha.
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, Jix Rage, Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. I was close. This is one of those.
New
Southwest
Mexico's not
states.
terribly far away. All right, Garrett, you ready
it's
for a track day road trip?
Yeah, dude, I'm down. We'll take the 125 thing you bought and some duct tape and knee pads because I don't have a suit.
Buddy, you can ride the Supermoto. You can take my KTM.
There you go. But again, duct taping knee pads to my jeans.
Okay, that's yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I think he'll allow it, right? I mean, like we allow him to race with us. I think that's a fair trade.
Is that how that works?
I think that's a fair trade.
How about you run down this these results before I say something that we're both going to regret?
Well, okay, I could do that, or I could enter in data.
Oh, you're
I'll run it
boring.
down. So we got
Do
Tag
it.
Swag 33 in first. Fast Rod bringing up second. No one cares about third place, but I'll announce him anyways. Not Crawl. 12 got third place. Sutter running fourth. Fifth is Veritech. Whispers bringing up sixth, and Stock Hazard bringing up the rear in seventh. Great job to all of them.
Yeah, it was a fantastic race. Unfortunate that we got everybody spread out a little early on, but it did close down. You see only 1 second gap between second, third, and fourth. It's a pretty good recovery there from those guys. And then D Veritech at the end of lap 1 was in last place, and he managed to end up back in fifth place. So that's pretty good.
That is commitment. That's like,
Commitment, man. Fuck yeah.
All right. Now, while we're doing this, let's get Stock Hazard back in here. And we'll have you guys kind of run it down for a little bit while we get the next lobby set up.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Hans. I appreciate it. Oh, Phobia. What happened?
Yeah. I don't know what happened there, man. I'm not sure. That's never happened to me.
Yeah, that's your first one of the season.
Yeah, definitely first one of the season, and very unfortunate, very frustrating. But what can you do, you know?
Yeah, unfortunate disconnects are a part of game. So, yeah, that's terrible. That was a good Moto2 race, though.
Yes, it
Did
was.
you,
I definitely saw a lot of it. since I came back into the commentators and with Nick and Hines and watched the race. A lot of good stuff going on there. Definitely enjoyed watching it.
Tag Swag taking the top spot this time.
Yeah, that Ital Trans, those guys on the Ital Trans are definitely fast. You need to watch out for them.
Awesome.
But Sutter started great. He did really well, and I knew once he got out in front, like one of the practices we had earlier, he would definitely be able to hold it. And the only one that could take that from him would be himself, which I think is what happened.
Oh, he kind of had a.
Yeah, he dropped it.
That happens as well. Yeah, shout out to Sutter and Tag Swag for coming. Nightcrawl said that he elaced it at the end. You know what he meant by that?
Is he saying he did or Sutter did?
He did. Nightcrawl elaced it.
He thought it was the final lap and slowed down when there was.
Oh, okay, we did see that. All right. Yeah, so as he was coming across the line, going from the 5th to the last lap, he was definitely off the throttle and was getting passed.
He was getting passed by a fast drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's transition to this MotoGP race. Watch. I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh yeah.
Track
with the way the way they ran that sprint, I definitely want to see what they're going to do here. I'm sure this is going to be a great opportunity for some of those guys to redeem themselves. I feel like they probably felt they could have did better in the sprint, but they can definitely get that chance back here in the actual race.
Yes, I'm looking at the looks like for this race. And it looks like we're building a lobby, folks.
Hey, quick question for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Do y'all know where One-Handed is?
I've been meaning to ask you that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I haven't heard from him. Was definitely expecting to see him at some point before all the practices and riders meeting. Sent him a couple of invites, but I haven't heard from him.
Yeah, it's pretty odd because he was going to be on segment for a bit. So yeah, definitely missing One-Handed. Be safe.
Yeah, stuff comes up. I'm sure he's got a great reason. Alternatively, how dare he?
Sorry, I was just sending him a text message, doing our due diligence, making sure that he knows we're worried about him. All right, well, we are starting to get this ready. We've started the 2-minute countdown.
Sure have.
Let's say what?
Sure have.
Sure have, yep. We've got 3 more to ready up, and then we'll get this going underway. So for the viewers, usually we don't talk through this little segment, if you will, of getting the lobby ready to go. The way we run it is after an event or session is over, we'll rebuild the new lobby with the correct riders. And then once we hit this screen, we give them a 2-minute countdown to set their bikes back up, because obviously they're not doing a qualifying session, so the setup does not continue into this lobby. However, with this new format and us doing a little bit of chatting and whatnot, I think it gives us the ability to start early if all of these guys are ready early. So if Coco readies up before that 2 minutes, we'll start it. If not, we start it at the 2 minutes period. There's no delay after that. We're not sitting around making you guys wait, an extra 10 minutes because some guy had to go to the bathroom. If he made a mistake, that's his fault.
That is true, and he's got roughly 20 seconds.
Sorry, I'm trying to mute my mic for you guys. I got a little tickle in the back of my throat, so if I go quiet for a moment, that's why. I do apologize.
Oh, that's not what I appreciate about yous.
Well, I could just cough into your ear hole.
Well, I would appreciate that less.
Yeah.
Or you could be less sickly. And boys, that is 2 minutes. We're sending it.
Let's go. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Marshall, get off the track. Nobody cares about you.
We're about 5 seconds away here.
It's a long 5 seconds.
It is a long 5 seconds. Romeo Ryan checking his neck. Trying to get it all together, warming it up. Red lights are on. 3 full grids, and away.
Terrible start by Swaggin. Oh my god.
Front row got an amazing start. They put that gap out there. Coco eases off a little early. Ooh, who is that?
Richie, the one sliding up.
Richie's doing a great job.
But then got Yamaha'd. Oh,
well,
big contact.
Yamaha got swaggened. Or is that Ryan? Those Aprilia guys are kind of funny. They talk about how KTM's the dirtiest riders out there, but then they push people around like nobody's business. Now, we are in the main race, so my prediction is Biaggi runs it. I think Sharp takes second, and I think Ryan takes third.
I'm surprised you're not saying Biaggi's going to crash.
No, it's the main race. He didn't crash in the main.
Still.
Good fight for third place here between Sharp and McCargo.
Papa Mac's not going to let him have it, though. Not that easy, anyway.
Coco's trying to close down. Hit stick behind him, and Swaggin, Hot Dog, and Richie are all on top of each other as well.
Yeah, these guys are keeping it tight.
Oh, massive contact there from Hot Dog and Swaggin.
Kept it up.
Oh, Richie, I don't know what happened there. He checked out a little bit and checks right back in. I'm not really sure what happened there with Richie. I'd love to hear from him after the fact. Hit stick.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
All of the race line, including part of it that's not.
Well, how do you do it?
Or you stay inside the white lines, usually. I think that's the proper way to do it.
I think that's overrated. I think you don't know what you're talking about.
We got a few good fights going on here. These guys are so close. I'm loving this. Swaggin and Hit Stick on top of each other, right behind Coco. Looks like Mac is right on Biaggi's tail. Sharp's not far behind him. We got fights everywhere.
Yeah, this whole grid is pretty darn close. Looking at our closest one right now, which is Rumham and Sharp. I'll tell you, I don't envy Sharp's position right now with a Rumham right up his ass. That is, that's not a comfortable place to be.
Yeah, because if he gets the opportunity, he's gonna use his leathers and the rubber on his tires to get by.
Hey man, your buddies are for traction in the corners.
That's not wrong. At least it's not motocross where you can essentially T-bone them and it'd be okay.
Hey, don't you hate on the art of passing in motocross?
Coco needs to step up here if he wants to continue to be the Yamaha #1 rider. I mean, he definitely made it known in sprint that was his goal in pre-race, but he's not doing too hot right now.
He's built up a little bit of rapport with the Yamaha team boss. He's been doing better lately.
Yeah. You guys have been buddy.
If by buddy you mean I keep telling him he's trash, and when I tell him that he does better during the race, then yes. Trash.
See, when I tell him he's trash, he just gets upset with me.
Oh, nobody cares what I have to say. That's the difference. They're like, oh, look at this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's fair. Hit stick goes a little bit deep into that corner. Coco dives up the inside. Nice clean pass there. And he stays on the inside. Oh, hit stick, a little bit of mistake. Getting back on the throttle on the change back, and Swaggin gives a little tail tap. Biaggi is taking off here. He's checking out. Got a 1 second gap back to Sharp.
That's a dangerous place for him to be for the rest of the competition.
It is, but oh my God, Ryan says, get the fuck out of my way. I'm using all the track and the Ducati to make this corner. Get fucked, McCargo.
I'm not sure that was the way to do it. Not sure that was the play.
I don't think that's the correct way. That's not the correct way to do that at all. And look at this. We got Sharp and Coco back on the fucking podium. Although McCargo is using Coco as a berm. Rough but fair. That definitely wasn't a punt, but it was Rubbin is for sure racing.
Rubbin is racing. I'm seeing a little bit of colors mixing on these bikes here. We're creating brand new colors and fairings.
Yeah, we mixed too much of this green and red, and we're going to end up with purple, I think. There's no Pramac bike out there right now, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yamaha Blue's almost purple.
Fair enough. Coco has closed down Mac and Ryan. Oh, Mac gets on the brakes a little early. I think it sets Coco off a little bit. Just was not ready for that. They make a little bit of a touch. Coco says, fuck you guys. 3 wide into that right hander.
That was like 3.5 wide.
Swaggin makes the lunge through on everybody. And Hot Dog's right there too now. We got a 5-way fight for third place. Oh, this is intense. I love this. Do more of this, guys.
Do it. Whoa! Hot Dog
goes down.
Richie goes down. I wonder if Richie got tied up in that bike.
Oh, Coco deep into the final corner. Oh, lots of contact. His wheel comes off the ground.
Keeps it up.
Man, I got to be honest. That was Mac making contact with Coco, but I don't think it was Mac's fault. Mac goes down.
Mac does go down. I wonder if that was in the Cargo Airlines call.
That was
hit stick down.
And Mac's out. No, that was Swaggin rear-ending Mac into turn 1.
Well, I'm sure we will hear about that.
Absolutely. I definitely expect it. I think Matt got on the brakes a little bit early to set up the coming out of the corner, and that's twice now he's done that, and the guys behind him were not expecting it. The first one was Coco into the corner coming up, and then the second one was Swaggin into turn 1, because he wasn't too far behind the guys in front of him, but he doesn't want to rear end them. So it's almost trying to be predictive on what they're going to do.
Right. Makes sense. Certainly,
and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of how you got to race in these games where latency is an issue. You cannot just assume what the guy in front of you is going to do, especially when it's this close.
Man, I'm going to do something that we haven't done in a long time. Wait for it. Wait for it. Be a little faster down the straight, guys. The penultimate lap.
Bolt.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't read something and say something different at the same. It doesn't work.
So here's the thing. If Biaggi makes a mistake, it's happening on this lap.
Oh, for sure.
I will say he's running a really clean race so far. Let me switch to him so he can get the commentator's curse down. He's running a really clean race so far.
Both.
And he is the only man on track who does not have a track limits warning of any kind.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Coco looks like he attempted his long lap but did not succeed. He fell back a little bit of distance from these guys. He was much closer a moment ago. So I think he did attempt it, but I do not think he succeeded.
Well, of course, we will get proof of that later.
Absolutely. And so the fight right now is between Ryan and Sharp, which Coco's still in a good spot here, because if these guys have it coming together, Coco's going to be there to claim it.
Yep, slip up right in there. Hey, Aprilia rider Rumham, could you get out of here? My Yamaha boys have something to do.
The next closest fight that we have is for 7th place between Swaggin and Hitstick, and they've got about a 7/10 gap. So no need to go there just yet, but they are getting closer.
On to the
final lap.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Fuck you.
Coco's closing him down. Oh, spreads back out as I speak. Coco does not attempt the long lap penalty here, so I assume he attempted it on the last one.
I did not see the attempt myself, but that does not mean it wasn't there.
I don't think Ryan's going to pull this off. Sharp is quick. Ryan's lost till about 2/10. Hitstick picks up a long lap penalty.
Sharp, you hold it together. You can hold it together. Do it.
Or slow it down so that he crashes and then Coco can take the third spot on the podium.
That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. I'm not sure slowing it down is the play. Look at some of our YouTube shorts, how Heinz and I take each other out in Forza. Do one of those. Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Hit maneuver. Biaggi, penultimate corner. He makes it through cleanly. He's got one more to go.
I think the fins are up. I haven't seen Nightcrawl say it in the chat yet, but pretty sure they're up.
The fins are up indeed.
Ooh, and
there goes the wheelie, boys. Coco taking the number 4 spot. Hot Dog pulling back to 5th, making it back. Richie taking 6th, considering he missed the sprint and qualifying. He wheelies across the line as well. Hitstick taking 7th, and Swaggin making a huge mistake back there somewhere. Was about 9/10 back and ended up 6.6 seconds back from Hitstick.
Damn.
So, some great racing tonight. GP guys really pulled out all the stops. We appreciate that about you boys.
Is that what you appreciate about Stems?
Absolutely. GP tonight, I think, one of the better races that we've had. Definitely rivals some of the old Le Mans races that we've had that were super close in some of the junior classes. So, great job, guys.
Well, all right. Brain fart, sorry. In position 1, we have the Black Biaggi, Black Jesus himself, Black Jesus, whatever we're calling him this particular night. Did he qualify first?
No, Ryan took the number 1 spot.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. Did he do it again? But he did not. He absolutely did not. Oh, he didn't even finish first in the sprint, did he?
He did not.
No, I'm drunk. Okay, whatever. Sharp.
He finished in 6th place in the sprint.
Yeah, no, I'm just in a state of sleep deprivation. Let's go crazy, boys. Sharp Rumham next to him on the podium, followed by Coco, Hot Dog, Richie, Hitstick, and Swaggin.
Yep, and don't forget, y'all, we do have more races coming up. Let me give you the event schedule really quick. So, the next race that we are hosting is next weekend. It's Phillip Island. So that's going to be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is when we start the Moto2 qualifying. After that, we've got a little bit of a break. The next race will be January 9th at Chang. Again, if you guys are interested in becoming part of the league, whether you want to race, you want to watch, you want to chat with the guys, you want to learn setups, get tips and things like that, or just, compete with them in anything else, whether you're doing, Lethal Company with like Nick and I, Forza Racing or anything like that, make sure you join our Discord. The link is attached both on Twitch, YouTube, as well as Instagram. So feel free to join us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Sounds like a plan to me. Before we leave, of course, interact with our videos. Please like them, comment on them. I don't care if it's a comment that's like, Garrett, you suck, because, well, he probably does. We could use the we could really use the interactions on the post. We're trying to get a bigger reach, get more racers, more people to expose to what we've got going on here. That way we can have a better crew to race with this great team we've already got. Do you have anything else for the people, Garrett?
Well, just to piggyback off that, let us know if you like the content or not. If there's something that you've seen that you want to see us do, let us know. I mean, we're pretty open to change and adapting, and if you've been with us for 5 seasons now, you know that we've adapted a lot, just within the MotoGP league. So we're open to it. Feel free to share, ask questions, give us ideas, anything. We're happy to have it.
All right. Well, with that, we will go ahead and wrap this up for the evening, and we will see y'all next week at Phillip Island.
Bye.